Welcome to Hearst Castle. My name is Sharon, and I'm going to be your guide on this little mini tour that I'm doing of the wine cellar. Mr. Hearst did have an extensive wine cellar. He was entertaining guests here at his estate in San Simeon. We're on the central coast of California. We are a state park today, California State Park. We're also a National Historic Monument. Just so you know, all of our state parks are closed, all 280 of them right now, to vehicular access. We do still have some beaches and trailheads that are open. It's important that you check to get the latest updates on the status of those areas being open. So go to our website, parks.ca.gov. It's still important to get outside and to get some exercise, so we encourage you to do that. Visit your parks, but remember to pay attention to social distancing. So just so you know, my camera woman and myself are practicing social distancing. We're standing at least 6 feet away from each other. So Mr. Hearst was a media mogul. He owned newspapers, he owned magazines, he owned radio stations, a TV station, a Hollywood movie studio. A lot of the guests that visited here came from Hollywood. That's what this place is known for, a lot of those Hollywood folks. And he loved to entertain them. So what do you need for good entertaining? Well, you need some fine wines. So let's head inside the wine cellar and see what Mr. Hearst was serving at the time. We're going to go through this door right here. We'll take you down some stairs, a very narrow flight of stairs. We've got a nice rail here that you really need to pay attention to. Go around the elevator. That's what this is right in here, is the elevator. Circular stairway just takes us around that elevator. And right here you see we've got a door, a pretty hefty door that Mr. Hearst installed. At the time he was very concerned about theft, and because of the prohibition that was taking place back in those days, you can imagine that he would be concerned about some of these wines being stolen. So come on in. We're going to head inside here to the wine cellar and take a look at this wine cellar. We're panning around. Quite a few bottles of wine. Right now we've got about 2,900 bottles of wine in this room. It has a capacity of holding 10,000 bottles. Mr. Hearst was buying the finest wines available for his time. And at the time, those wines came from France and from Germany. He was also buying wines from Italy, Portugal, Hungary, as well as some California wines. So right over here, I have some wines that came from California. These are called Big Tree California wines. There are also a few others around. The oldest wines in this room, which I can't really show you because since we are, well, the oldest wines are from 1848, 1850, and 1852. A rich Hungarian Tokaj wine. We are doing some maintenance here at the castle during this time. We're taking advantage of the time that we're closed. Essential workers are coming up and taking care of the grounds. We have gardeners outside, maintenance workers, a lot of the guides, the curatorial staff, security people, we're all pitching in to try to make this place really shine so that when you come back, we've got an even better castle for you to see. So some of these bottles are actually being cleaned and dusted right at this time. I mentioned Prohibition. Prohibition said that you could not sell, transport, or manufacture alcohol. It started in 1920, ended in 1933. So Mr. Hearst was serving alcohol here on the hilltop, but in limited quantities. He was known for that. He was known to be a little stingy about the alcohol. Actor David Niven, who was a guest here, said that the wine flowed like glue at dinner. So perhaps some of those Hollywood actors were a little exaggerating in how they talked about the alcohol service. Mr. Hearst himself was not a teetotaler. He really preferred beer over wine. But according to his son Bill Jr., he liked a German draft beer. He also did appreciate a nice glass of wine on occasion. I mentioned California wines too. Well, California during Mr. Hearst's time was not necessarily known for its production of wines, but it is today, of course, an award-winning region for growing grapes for wine. Mr. Hearst did at one point say, maybe I should grow some wines. Maybe I should grow some wine grapes. Maybe there's money in that. Well, it's interesting then that today, this particular county that we are in, San Luis Obispo County, is actually known for our wines. So that is our tour of the wine cellar. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for joining me, and we hope to see you real soon. So for now, just practice the social distancing. Check out the website to find out about when we might be back open, parks.ca.gov. Thank you so much.